Came face to face with Devin Haney. What'd you see?
I see a lot of nerves. I see a young kid that doesn't know what he's got himself into, and most of all, I see a rat, an informant, a rodent in his eyes.
Is this a story with T.A. Lopez? What can you tell us about that?
Well, this is the guy that was going before I fought Lopez and sending me information on him. It's an informant. It's a rat. In my dictionary, it is an exact rat, especially against a foreigner. You're going behind your own countryman's back to do that. That's a big no-no. That's public enemy number one right there.
Wow. Those are the words of George Kambosos as he calls Devin Haney a rat, because Devin Haney was giving him inside information about Teofimo's camp. He calls a person like that a rat. Let me counterpunch. I like to think of this here is whistleblowing. Right? Because it's like this. It's like the information that Devin Haney gave you about Teofimo Lopez, you know, at that time it was hey, is the enemy of the enemy my friend or my enemy? And the answer to that would be my enemy still. Because even though he gave him whatever he gave him on Teofimo Lopez, that didn't stop him from receiving that information. Okay, so a lot of times, like, you call somebody a rat or whatever, you know, and then it's like, that's a no-no in my book. But at the end of the day, you still took the info. You still took it for cash value of whatever he gave him, right? So him saying that he's a rat and this, that, and the other, I just think that's fuel for trash talk, because you wouldn't looking at Devin Haney as a rat at the time. And if you did, you were hiding your true intentions or feelings towards the quote-unquote rat. Okay? Now, him saying, oh, that's his countryman and all that, that just makes it that much worse. Because if everything else was reversed, you should be saying the same thing. You know, this is the same guy that went against Teofimo. Look, all these guys are rivals. And for him to bring nationality into it, like, oh, it's his countryman, he shouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't do that, and this, that, and the other. But then again, if you were that good, or if you were that proud, you shouldn't have taken the information anyway. You know what I mean? Because, see, at the end result, who won the fight? George Kambosos. He beat Teofimo Lopez. So you can assume that whatever Devin's told him or shared with him helped him during the preparation of beating Teofimo Lopez, the guy that dethroned Lomachenko, right? So him saying that he's a rat and he's this, that, and the other, I think it's no more than just trash talk, because if that affected him to that point, he would have blasted Devin Haney a long time ago for attempting to give him information. Not wait now, a year and a half later, or how long that was, to say that, hey, yeah, Devin Haney's a rat. That's a no-no in my book, because you could have said that then. Because obviously, if you didn't use what he gave you, you would have already whistle blew or blasted and checked and counterpunched Devin Haney for being what you claim he is now. But we didn't hear about that then. Now we're hearing that now. So now the energy has changed. Now the narrative has changed. Now he's a rat. He's an informant, you know, but we didn't hear you or him say what he said to you, or how you felt about how or what he told you back then. Okay, so we have to look at a lot of things when it comes to what a person shares with you. That's almost like this. Let me give you a perfect example, right? That's almost like a person that didn't like you, and because they didn't like you, they said something to somebody you did know. They said something to somebody you knew, and that person that you knew didn't say anything until later on. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you know, oh man, that person was talking bad about you. Well, okay, when did that take place? Oh, well, that was back then. Well, why didn't you tell me then? Why are you telling me that now? See, the only difference is now Devin Haney is the opponent of George Kambosos. Now he finds it relevant to say something like that, calling the man a rat. Bars. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think of George Kambosos labeling Devin Haney a rat. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.